Good morning, folks. It's Sunday. Welcome to the first ever training vlog. I've not done this. But hey, let's see what happens. I'm just gonna be taking you through what I do when I train at Shifu's. Thankfully, I got the place to myself today, so you're gonna be seeing everything that I do on a normal basis. And I'm gonna leave some of the descriptions in the notes so you guys can possibly follow along if you want. So I start with about 15 minutes of skipping. The jump rope I use is an old Muay Thai rope. These are thicker than your regular skipping ropes. And we keep it about 15 minutes non-stop, but you can take a break from time to time. This is a fun old traditional exercise. As you can see, I take a weight and I keep pushing it forward while jumping. It's explosive, it works the shoulders, and then I switch over onto moving it on the top of my head. You'll do about 200 reps of each on a regular day, and then you'll move into duck walks and frog jumps. I do about 2 rounds of these at the dojo where we train, and it's great for your legs and explosive power. I move on to using thieps or push kicks on the bag. You start with about 100 in the air, and then you go about 100 on the bag. The objective here is to make sure that the bag doesn't twist or turn much, and you're just kind of pushing it with the balls of your feet and being in constant motion with it. This next one comes from Muay Thai. These are power knees, where you're also jumping up as much as possible. And you're going to alternate. It gets a little confusing while you do it. What you have to do is drive your hip into the bag forward while also using the balls of your foot, which are on the floor, to drive up, which means you're jumping. And now we move into the actual meat and potatoes. You start doing bag work, and my first round is mostly hands. I use a combination of boxing and JKD, and I also throw in some Muay Thai and everything. Every once in a while I'll throw in a kick or two, but this is going to be a hand dominant round. Round 2 is where I start adding the kick. In this round I wanted to work on my rear kick and my front kick from a more Muay Thai-esque style. You'll see I'll start throwing in the side kick from time to time, and I rely a lot on the southpaw stance because of my training in Jeet Kune. And you'll see that I'm trying to condition my shin a lot more. I'm not going that fast. I'm still keeping the footwork going. But it's very dependent on how I'm using the technique rather than power and speed. What you also want to do is repeat this for your next round, and in this round you want to add more defense. You want to go with bobs and weave, you want to cover, you want to stop the bag and intercept. You want to add more combinations between the hands and feet, a little more speed now and then. That's going to be your third round. Now all of these rounds go on for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever you prefer, and then you switch sides. So as you can see, I started with my right lead forward, and now I'm going with my left lead. Now because of my training, my left lead moves differently. I don't necessarily fight the same way, but I'm trying to develop that, even though I am left hand dominant, but in fighting I'm right hand dominant. Here I'm trying to use very specific techniques, trying to look at my defense a lot more, trying to use some traditional moves, trying to combine my kicks and punches. It's more or less the same. I focus a lot on the side kick, on the low side kick, because my JKD training, and I split the combinations between hands and feet. I also like to add a lot of elbows and knees. Doesn't work all the time. and just some shadow defense before I try and hit. Every time you hit the bag, it's not just a workout, it's also simulating a fight. What you see here is me doing this over a period of 3 rounds, and then I move into the clinch. Now this is a different kind of clinch training. I'm using a band to kind of simulate the other person's hands around my neck, and I'm trying to go up close, tie the hands, hit stuff, and do all of that. After that, I move into some carenza, which is shadow stick work. Here I specifically focused on double stick training, and I'm not very good at this, very honestly, even though I've been training Kali for a while. But this is more of a cool down / visualization sort of technique for me. And then we move on to some ab training. I'm just doing regular sit-ups. I did about 150 of these with a weight plate, and that was mostly it. And then that's my workout. Alright folks, that's my training log. It's simple. It's not too complicated. Everything that you see here is very, very, very simple to do. Change it up according to what your fitness level is. You don't have to do it the way I do. This is just a part of what I do. There are other things as well, mobility, for flexibility, for other things. But this is the base of my training, and hope you enjoy. See ya.